Hello everybody, I've not done a video for a while and I do apologise, but I can't sit on my hands anymore with all that's going on in the world. I've got to say something, I'll be two pennies worth, Market turmoil, unbelievable. I went down to Darwin yesterday morning, price of carrots 75p a kilo. I mean, what's going on? You might get your price match guarantee with Aldi, it's a bit cheaper, to supermarkets or something, but it's ridiculous, isn't it, I mean, I go for these wonky carrots when I can get them, They might look a bit deformed, like deformed genitalia, like you survived a nuclear attack or something, and that's what happens down there. But they taste just the same, and you can save a few bob, can't you? Anyway, I was grumbling about America to the wife, She says, "Oh, I like Trump." I said, "What?" She said, "Oh, he reminds me of the young Alex Higgins." I said, no, not Judd. I'm on about Donald, I thought, give me a break, Anyway, he can't hold a candle to Joe Davis, but that's by the by, isn't it? So what's going on with Trump? I think we're all counting down now, 4.5 years, or whenever it is, 4 years, is it, before he's out, And it's good that Joe Biden's having a bit of a rest, recharging his batteries, and he can come back stronger, can't he, and sort it all out, in about 4 years. But he's got this fella, hasn't he, Trump? He's got this Elon Musk, the guy who makes all these fancy cars, pulling the strings, he's so well off. He's got more money than me and Derek put together, Loaded he is. And talking of being loaded and making money, I have to admit, one of the reasons for doing this video is I've heard about this product placement, when you're an influencer and you get people following you and they can earn some big money. So I'm going to try it now, you know what I mean? So what I can suggest is buy these Rennies, they're fantastic. They're really good. They work for me anyway. When when the wife's made a meal, when it's not digested properly, I go to bed a bit earlier. Take these, they're fantastic. Now, I don't know whether they get in contact with me and send me a few bob now or what happens, but we'll see. Hopefully, a bit of sponsorship coming in. But I want to leave, all this turmoil, all these horrible things happening in the world, I want to leave with a heartwarming story. And about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I went into a shop. It was Charles Clinkard. I was looking for some shoes, a bit pricey for me. But I was having a look around, And this fella, starts talking to me, one of the guys who works there. And then last week, when it was my birthday in April, I must have mentioned it. Because I get an email from Charles, So the fellow I was talking to must have been Charles himself. And I got this lovely, email and saying happy birthday and 30% off a pair of shoes, They're horrible, I didn't take it up. But it was a nice thought, wasn't it? And I think we'll end on that. Stay safe, everybody, and we'll speak again soon.